Hi, I'm Craig T. Nelson, and welcome to Heroes Made in the USA. Each week we're going to try to introduce you to some very special people who are trying to make our lives better for all of us. And today we have a real problem. It's messing up a lot of people's lives. It's called cocaine. And in its street form, it's called crack. And a huge percentage of the crime on the streets today is committed by people who need money to buy that drug. Purse snatchings, muggings, car thefts. Well, a couple of years ago, a fellow by the name of SLIWA got fed up with waiting for something to be done about it. And at that moment, he became the first guardian angel. New York City, 42nd Street. A magnet for anyone looking to buy or sell almost anything. And like other mean streets in other cities around the country, citizens have become so intimidated that they become prisoners in their own neighborhood. The Guardian Angels was SLIWA's idea for helping people fight back.
The idea of the Guardian Angels came about very slowly in bits and pieces. And then, in New York City, in the slime and grime, seeing crime about everywhere, being a manager of a McDonald's in the armpit of the cesspool of crime, the South Bronx, that gave me enough reason to start putting the nuts and bolts together and form a citizen safety patrol, which, as you know, is the Guardian Angels.
Since the Angels carry no weapons and depend just upon their physical presence to deter crime, martial arts and physical training are doubly important.
In order to crack down on crack, you don't mess with the drug dealer because they already have one foot in the grave. It's the customer you want to intimidate. Your constant presence makes them very uneasy. More than likely, they're going to go somewhere else. That drug dealer has got to move, whether he likes it or not.
The strategy is simple. Set up an observation post with a good vantage point on everything that's going on in the area. Today, it's the Guardian Angels headquarters overlooking 42nd Street. When they see something suspicious, the group leader signals the street patrol. The Red Beret Angels move in, surround the suspected dealers, and force them to move on. Property owners on the street think the tactics are paying off.
Well, the Angels' highly visible presence on the street has made a tremendous difference. People know they're there. The criminal element knows they're there. The pedestrians know they're there. And they're perceived to be a positive influence on the street.
When we started out with our first patrols, our major problem were not with the criminals and thugs, the ones we were trying to put out of business, but the politicians and the police. They seemed hell-bent to put the Guardian Angels on a one-way trip to Palookaville. They didn't want us. The mayor of New York felt to deal with us would legitimately admit that they had a serious crime problem in the subway.
Despite this kind of official pressure, new Angel chapters keep popping up all over the country. In Los Angeles, a frustrated recording studio owner invited the Angels in when drug dealers invaded the neighborhood.
This area became known as a drug pickup point. There were constantly somewhere between 5 and 10 drug dealers within this area at any given time. Well, when the Guardian Angels got here, first of all, we had a meeting of all the neighbors, and they laid out a game plan for us, which was a matter of we were at war, and we were going to throw out the drug dealers. We were out there with cameras photographing the dealers and the buyers. Absolute harassment at all levels. After about 3 months, the Guardian Angels broke the back of the drug dealers. Life here on Melrose after the Guardian Angels is unbelievably great. We have women and children playing on the street, young people walking around on St. Andrew's Place without any harassment. There are no drug dealers. They're history.
The nucleus of the Guardian Angels has always been the inner city youth, the one you most associated with creating the problems. In sneakers, standing on a street corner, maybe dropped out of high school. They have become the positive reaffirmation of what people can do for themselves.
It's great being a Guardian Angel because there's just not enough concerned citizens around here. People don't understand that we all come from the same world, so that automatically makes every one of us brothers and sisters. And if everybody thought that way, the society would be a whole different story.
It's like a confident feeling when you help somebody out, you feel proud of yourself.
Building that sense of pride in serving and defending people among kids who could have just as easily gone the other way is a major part of the Angel philosophy.
See, I'll wait you guys out. One question. Guys, are you ready? How do you feel? Ready!
In neighborhoods where rich drug dealers and pimps are strong role models, Curtis SLIWA has somehow convinced young people that wearing that red beret and protecting rather than ripping off their community is the better way.
We got off the train patrol and went into the park. So that is what we would call a mugger's paradise. And in the process of going through the path, we ran into 4 guys and they was in the process of mugging somebody. So a fight broke out and unfortunately I broke my finger.
In 1979, Curtis SLIWA started out with 13 volunteers. There are now 5,000 guardian angels in 60 different cities.
The satisfaction in responding to people in the street and getting that positive reaffirmation, the pat on the back, the shake of the hand, makes it all worthwhile. And that puts you on cloud 9. There's nothing in the world, money, glory, power, that I think could compare with it. And it makes you want to do more.